Family, giving our praises, honor, and esteem to the Most High. Yah is the creator of the heavens, the earth, the seas, and all in them is. The mighty Yah created. And I give praises and thanks to the mighty Yah. I'm just leaving the beach. It's very hot in this country, as I'm sure it is in your countries. It's very hot. I'm praying for you all. For those of you all who want to come out of the captivity, please remember to do 1 Kings 8, as I'm doing this right now because I need help, in Leviticus 26 verses 40 through. You have to humble yourself and separate yourself from people. And the journey is real, and the journey is not easy. I'm like, I can't be the only one that's going to be tested in the wilderness, that's being tested outside the captivity. Ezekiel 20, this is what's going on in my life. I mean, I see a lot of people that are comfortable, that are happy in America, even my family members. But I'm just going to keep on going with the Most High. I just want you all to know, this journey is not easy. And I'm sure to get into the kingdom of Yah, it can't be easy. To get into the kingdom of Yah is hard work, and it's just not talk. All of this talk, and people telling you how to run your journey when the Most High calling you for your journey. Don't listen to what people say. If you can hear from the Creator like me, keep your eyes focused on the Most High. Don't worry about what people say. People do a lot of talking, and they don't even know what they be talking about. If you hear from the Most High Yah, and He's calling you to leave, you must separate yourself and you leave. That's your journey. Everybody has their own journey. The Most High said, deliver your soul. And if you end up back in America, that's your business. Everybody has their own journey, and I'm not here to criticize no one's journey. And I really wish people would stop criticizing my journey, because I heard from the Most High 7 years ago. And the Most High said to me, the voice, I didn't even know the name was Yah. The voice said, I want you to go on Facebook, and I'm going to tell you what to say. And I said to this voice, after I thought about it, I was quiet. I said, I'm a quiet woman, and I don't know how to speak. And I said, I thought about it, and I waited. And I said to this voice, you have been so good to me down through my years. I will go where you want me to go, and I will say what you want me to say, and I will do whatever you want me to do. Just don't leave me. And the voice said to me, light up, and I'm going to take you somewhere. And I've been going ever since. That's my journey, and I was smoking herb. That's my business and my journey. That was 7 years ago, my journey, and my daughter and I, we've been going ever since. Living in homeless shelters from Miami to Virginia to North Carolina, a home in Cincinnati, a trip to New York, and out of Washington, D.C. That's my journey. You have your journey. But the Most High, the voice came to me, the familiar voice that I'm familiar with, the same voice that I did ask to kill my husband at the time because he was mean to me and he was mocking the Creator. So it's best that people watch what you say, especially when you're speaking against the Most High, or you're talking about the Most High to the servants of the Most High, like my husband was. And the voice said to me in the kitchen, I was washing dishes, I'm just sharing my journey with you. And I said, Yah, will you kill him? And I heard this, you go. And I said to the voice, I said, but you just gave me my new apartment, my new furniture, my things. And I heard it again, you go. And I will provide a way for you and Olivia to walk out the front door. 2 weeks later, my husband was sick in the hospital because he was a bad diabetic. And he was in the hospital. He came home. We came home that night. The next morning, my husband was very drowsy, like 2 weeks later after the voice spoke to me. And we had a 1-bedroom in Miami in Little Haiti in the hood. And my husband was sleeping in the living room. And my daughter and I were in the bedroom. It was a 1-bedroom. And he was sleeping in the living room. He was so tired. And my husband said, babe, put the pizza in the oven. And I said, I'll put the pizza in the oven. This was in the morning. I'm going to drop my daughter off to school. So my husband was drowsy from the morphine. I started putting my bags outside because I knew this was the Most High opening the door for me. This is my journey. This is my journey. So the Most High was opening the door for me. And I ran out the door. You know, he thought I was putting the piece in the oven, and I did. And I told him I was going to take our daughter to school, which I wasn't. I took my husband's truck. He had already destroyed my car. He had a addiction. He had a problem. On top of him being sick, and didn't even know he had a liver problem. He now burned his liver out. So I said, I'm taking our daughter to school. And I jumped in my husband's truck, and I hit 95 North, and I went to West Palm Beach, and I had never looked back. And the Most High I spent 2 days down in West Palm Beach with my last child and her children, Christian. And the Most High told me not to take his truck. I hear from the Most High. This is me. This is my journey. So I did as the voice commanded me. When I got to the train station, the voice told me, because the people bought us a ticket to leave from out of St. Pete after traveling through, living in shelters, different places, speaking to our people, saying that JC is not real, return to the Most High. I've been living in these shelters and doing these things for the Most High. And I put my husband's keys under his truck in the mat, and I left his truck right at the train station. And I could have took his truck. I could have took my journey with a truck, a vehicle, but that's not what the Most High told me to do. I'm obedient to the Most High. Whether people want to believe me or not, it don't even matter, as long as the Most High know. And I left my husband's truck, and my daughter and I got on the train, and the ticket was to Virginia, and I'd never been to Norfolk, Virginia at all. By the time we got into Virginia, to the shelter, they picked us up. I turned on the news, and Hurricane Irma was 2 weeks behind us. Hurricane Irma. My daughter and I was safe. We didn't get our toe wet in Hurricane Irma. But everybody in my family was in a hurricane except me and my daughter. Because I obey Yah, and I hear from the voice. I can hear, and I obey what I hear. So that's my journey, and I've been going ever since. And living in these different places, I've been speaking to people, our people, saying JC is not real, return to the Most High. Of course, we've been put out of shelters. I've been told I was crazy, put out of shelters, but I've been doing the work of Yah. We got to Ohio, Cincinnati. I said, Yah, I want an apartment. I'm tired. The Most High gave us an apartment after living in the shelter in Cincinnati and going into the congregation, House of Israel, Cincinnati, where we were treated very badly by the mores and the people in the congregation. Treated very poorly, except maybe one elderly that helped us move our things into our apartment. Because I said, Yah, will I please have an apartment? I'm exhausted. And will you please pay the rent up? And the Most High did that. He gave us an apartment in Cincinnati, Ohio, and the Most High paid my rent for 1 year. And I asked him, would he do it again? And the Most High paid our rent for 2 years in Cincinnati, Ohio, where eventually my husband would come back to us, and he would tell me after we had left that he needed a liver. He was sick. My husband, the Most High sent back sick, and I took care of him until he died. And that was during COVID, and he never caught COVID. He had a burnt out liver. And I took care of my husband, and after I did all of that and he passed away, the Most High delivered my daughter and I. He called for us through Brother Dawid down in South Sinai. And I obeyed the Most High, and I went. First I wasn't going to go. But after all that praying in the apartment with my sister Adaya, who helps me with sending my money and things like that, Sister Adaya and I, we prayed, and I was praying on my own, doing 1 Kings 8. And Leviticus 26 verses 40 through. That's what I had been doing, because I've been looking at that scripture. And the Most High sent me funds. And when he sent the funds, I was like, I'm not going to go. I'm going to fix up my apartment. And the Most High kind of slapped me. No, you're not. All that praying you was doing, you going to get out of here. Brother Dawid came and said, Leah, Sister Leah, you're supposed to be over here. And I said, I'm not going nowhere unless the Most High. And then I thought about it, and I went back to Brother Dawid, and I said, I'm coming. Because all that praying that I had been doing to get out of America, the Most High only, he opened the door for me. And he used the brother. And I ran out the door. And I didn't even know that I would be stranded in D.C. for 2 months, because I went to get my daughter's passport. I had already had a passport. I'd been to Jamaica and Barbados in the past, so I'd already had a passport. And my daughter needed a passport. So after my husband's funds came, I gave my apartment to a brother. Paid up. My rent was paid up. I had 4 more months on my rent. The Most High let us build a farm, build a garden in the projects of Cincinnati, Ohio, Winton Terrace. The videos are on my YouTube. I planted corn, chicken. I had chickens from babies. I asked my husband would he get me some chickens, and he stayed up all night getting me my desires before he passed, and he taught me, he spoke to me on how to do my garden. I planted corn, my daughter and I. We planted collard greens and zucchini, and I had a garden in the middle of the hood. And I believe that was a symbol for the people to see that you all are going to need a garden, that a famine is coming. And of course, they were calling me crazy. You taking your daughter all the way over there to Egypt? I let them know I'm leaving. I've been called. And remember everything I told you all, that you got to return to the Most High and get your passports. America is going to be destroyed. And that's just my journey. I don't know about nobody else's journey. This is my journey. And the Most High never told me that it would be easy to work for him and to do his will. He just told me to do it, to be obedient, to obey my voice. If things go well for me, okay, we broke, we ain't got no money. I'm a widow now with a fatherless child, and I give thanks to all of you, or whoever, the small of you, who support me and my daughter even over and over. I swear, when the Most High opens that door for me and my blessings come through, my increase, I'm going to triple-fold increase you all. I just want you to know I love you all. My brethrens and my sisterins, I love you all sincerely. And this business is Yah's business. And how dare people question your journey? I don't question no one's journey. But when I'm coming to you and saying what Yah said to me, you shouldn't question my journey. You should just be quiet and let it be. Is what we should do. But you got a lot of people doing a lot of talk. They don't even know what they talking about. But the Most High had us stay over in D.C. for 2 months where I would do more work. He would show me the wickedness in Washington, D.C. through the streets, the Masonic lodges. My brother Azijah, Yehoshua, would pick us up. My daughter would spend time with his family, and I would too, but she would stay with the children. Azijah has a big family, a beautiful family, a son and daughters and a wife. And I would stay at the hotel. I left with $5,000, which ain't much. Ended up staying in D.C. for 2 months. I went and got my daughter's passport the same day, expedited. But the Most High said, no, it's not time to go. So I did more work in D.C. You can see my videos on my YouTube. You can see all the work. I recorded music. It was beautiful. Stayed in a hotel for those 2 months. And then the Most High released us after I did that last song. My sister Daya said, Leah, I want you to find Abraham Lincoln, the slave that's bowing down to Abraham Lincoln. So I recorded a song, and it's on my YouTube. And after I recorded that song and did what Sister Daya asked me to do, the Most High released us the next day. And mind you, we was going through COVID. I had to get swabbed. My daughter and I, 4 times, we got a swab. We never took a shot. But we did get swabbed so we can get on the airplane. And the 5th time, the Most High let us go. And I didn't have no clue that I was turning 50 years old. I was so exhausted from my journey. The Most High is amazing. So when we landed in Cairo, Egypt, and this is my journey, when we landed in, I'm spiritual. I don't care about what people say. The Most High said, I'm going to do a new thing, and that's what he's doing in my life. So when we landed in Cairo, Egypt, I turned 50 years old. And that was my 50th Jubilee from the Most High. And I give all praises to my Creator. So when we landed in Cairo, we were excited. I turned 50. And we went on down into South Sinai, which is not Egypt. It's South Sinai, the Red Sea, where our fathers and mothers were, and Nuweiba, Dahab, and Sharmashak. But Nuweiba is where it's believed to be the children of Israel crossed over. So Saudi, on the other side, is Mount Sinai. I was in South Sinai. And our people are down there. I met beautiful people. I did the work of Yah. I shook hands with men and women. I was humble. I walked in humility, because that's how I walk on my journey. I don't care who don't like me. And we had good energy. Wherever my daughter and I go, we have good energy, and we bring good energy. We're not bringing wickedness and foolishness and all that arrogancy and pridefulness. That's not me. I'm humble. And I ask the Most High to keep me humble before himself and his people, because Yahuwah said that the meek shall inherit the earth. So whatever your journey is, may the Most High Baruch you, whoever you are. That's your journey. And everybody plays a different role in the building of the nation and the kingdom of Yah. And this is just my part. I asked to work for Yahuwah, and he has hired me to work. And I'm going to do my work. I made a vow, As I said in the beginning of this video, I will go where you want me to go. And this was at my son's house 7 years ago in Fort Lauderdale, Florida. And then years later, I ended up in my apartment where my husband was mocking me. Oh, you talking to your sky god and this and that there. And I came home one day, I said, Yah, will you kill him? And Yah said, you go. And that's how my story went. And my husband is gone 3 years, the 28th of this month. So please be careful when you talking to the servants of Yah. You don't know who you talking to. Just be careful and be humble. Everyone has their own journey. Everyone has their own journey trying to get back home. You can't save your mama, your children, your grandchildren. You can't save nobody. Only through your righteousness shall you be saved. And I love my children, but I had to go. It was a calling out on my life. And I asked the Most High to correct my son and my daughters through measurement and not through death. And he never said it would be easy. So all of y'all questioning me, you might want to stop questioning me. You got your own journey. The Most High never said it would be easy. So what? Money, money, money. Maybe that's a test. Because we've been so brainwashed and idolized into money, just like the New Testament Christ. Money is nothing, but it shows you who's in your corner when you need help. It's going to show you who got your back when you need $5 or $2. That's why I'm asking the Most High to Baruch those who have helped me and helped me more than once. I love y'all. My brethrens and my sisterins, I love you all. And I want to see all y'all in the kingdom of Yah. That very small remnant, I love you all. I love you all, and I'm sincere from my heart to your heart. I'm sincere. I don't play games. I'm not promiscuous. I've been celibate. I ain't even been with my husband before he died. Last time I was with my husband was when the Most High took me away 7 years ago. Excuse me, 6 years ago when he took me away from my husband. I've been celibate and I'm not interested in sex at all. I asked the Most High to take perversion from out of my heart, from out of my body. And these men over on this side of the world, they don't understand that because they really believe in family, a husband and a wife, and having sex because it brings children. They believe in this here, but I've had enough sex. I've had enough husbands. I've had enough promiscuity from my curses. I've been raped and molested as a child and a teenager. And those were the curses upon my life. I could talk about this now. I ain't afraid to talk about my journey. I'm going to keep it real. Okay? But I've overcome all of that. I've overcome a lot. I've overcome a lot with my Creator. I've overcome a lot with the Most High. I've overcome. And I'm going to continue my journey in righteousness no matter how painful it is. And whatever happened to me down in South Sinai is judgment for the other nations. Why can't you see? You shall not afflict a widow or a fatherless child. Those people will be judged for what they did for me. So to any of those comments that's saying, why did I come out? Well, because Yahuwah called me out to do his work as I've been doing. If you don't know me, don't talk about it. Be quiet. And study the videos and find out. But this is my journey. You have your own journey. And I'm headed into the kingdom of Yah. And I hear from the Creator. I can hear and I see and I meditate. And I put in my request before I left. I said, Yahuwah, I would love to live in front of the sea with the mountains behind me. And that's what he did for me. I don't know about nobody else, but I lived in front of the Red Sea for about 16, 15 months down in South Sinai. My daughter and I have had a beautiful journey, and she was so sad when we were not allowed to come back in the country when we went out because of the wickedness and the judgment upon the people. The Most High took us out on my 52nd Jubilee, which was April 2nd, 2023, after he delivered us April 2nd, 2021. So this is my journey, and it's an amazing journey. And I'm going all the way with my Creator. I don't give a darn if my mama don't go, daddy don't go, children don't go. I'm going to see the King. I'm going to live with the King. I'm going to be with the King. So I'm broke. I am, but I'm wealthy though. I am so wealthy. So I'm just waiting on the Most High as I continue to do his work. Please support my books. I have good books coming out in there. They are not for just children. We must be baby fed. This is for us. So I have 1, 2, 3. Yes, Yah loves me. And I have the Daughters of Zion. And I have the Commandments of Yah. If you will support my books, I'll put my link down. And may the Most High baruch you and keep you. But we must be humble. We must be humble because Yahuwah said that the meek shall inherit the earth. And you have your own journey, and your mother and father and children, they have their own journey. But it's up to you to answer the calling. And according to 1 Kings 8, this is what I said all over my apartment, falling out crying and not eating any food on the so-called Sabbath, 7 Sabbaths. I didn't eat anything. I just praised the Creator, and that's just me. I don't follow people. I'm more spiritual than I am religious. I'm spiritual, even though this isn't a religion, it's a way of life. It should be a way of life. And 1 Kings 8 says that I have sinned. I have committed perversion. I have committed wickedness, and turn from this and love the Creator with all your heart, with all your might, and with all your soul. And that's all I know, and that's all I want to know. So to each his own on your journey. May the Most High keep you. Thank you for those who look out and support our journey. We can use water. It's not a lot of people that help us. It's just a very few, and some of the same few. And I pray for you all, and I ask the Most High to baruch you triple-fold. I swear I do, because this is not easy, but it will be done. And I am so wealthy. I have more. I have so much. I have so much. I can't even talk about it. I just have to wait on the Most High, and I will wait on the Most High in humility. I am humble. So everyone has their own journey. Your people are in South Sinai. All over this wicked world is being ran by the same people. Psalms 83 to keep our name from not being known and to keep us apart is what these nations do. But they don't scare me because Yahuwah is my husband. Yahuwah is my king, and Yahuwah take care of me and this baby. Yes, he does take care of me and this child. The Most High takes care of a widow with a fatherless child. He really does. He's amazing. I can't even say the word amazing. He's Yali. The Most High is so Yali. So please take your journey. If you can support my journey, I have a PayPal and Cash App link. I could use some water. It's burning up out here as it is in your country too, but my house right here, you see this place? We finna get out of here. This place has no air or nothing. I didn't know it would be this hot. I just have a fan and it's still hot. So please cry out to the Creator. Your money not going to save you. I'm going to tell you right now, the Most High will take your bank card. He will take your money. And you might want to go back to America and to your own vomit. Okay? I don't know. I'm just saying. I've seen it happen. Yahuwah used me to bring 3 families out. 1 family went back. They couldn't take it. They went back. You can't come out to the wilderness being wicked. You got to be humble. Humble yourself, and you should be able to get along with other nations. The Most High is the judge at the end of the day. I got along with the people. My daughter and I, we got along with everybody we were out there with. And it's just sad that even our own people were the hardest people to get along with. It was so much going on down there that it was said that my daughter was missing, and she wasn't missing. She was at home with me. And people were coming up to the cafe. Where's Olivia? How's Olivia? But my own people didn't even come to my house to check on me, check on my daughter. They didn't even come to my house to check on my daughter. Israel, Yisrael is something else, yo. So don't tell me about these other nations. Tell me about how to walk in humility and to humble myself, because you don't know who the Most High is going to use, who He's going to save. That's why we should be respectful to people. We should respect their journeys. We should respect them, and we should be humble. We should humble ourselves, and that's where I am on my journey. And I just left the sea, meditating, and I asked the Most High to keep me humble, okay? Because people came up there checking on my daughter that don't even look like me and my daughter. And they were like, how's Olivia? Where's Olivia? Even on her Earth Day, just coming up there bringing gifts, okay? So don't tell me about the other nations. Don't do that to me. I don't want to damn it hear it, because I'm on my journey, and I walk with the Creator behind Him in obedience. And we've met a lot of good people on our journey that don't look like us. And we've met a lot of wicked people that look like us. So it ain't about that. It's about your spirit. It's about your humility. It's about you. Yeah, people have been taken from us on the journey. But we are in judgment. You better remember, we are in judgment. Everybody's in judgment. And this is your journey. You have to take your own journey. And it requires separation, and it's going to require meditation. And if you need funds, I just wish I would have asked the Most High for more funds. If you need funds, if you need your passport, 1 Kings 8 is how we repent, with Leviticus 26 verses 40 through. This is how you get out the captivity. So don't tell me you can't leave the captivity. Maybe you don't want to leave the captivity. But I would never go back to America. I will walk in humility and righteousness and upright with my Creator, because my daughter is safe right out here, then she's safer over there. And don't you say nothing to me against what Islam, this and that there, because Islam taught me a lot, okay? Islam taught me a lot. They taught me how to use the shatafa to clean my behind. The Bedouin women taught me how to cover up. They gave me a nice robe to cover up. You know, I've learned on my journey, and I take every lesson with humility. And I don't come out, don't tell me it ain't this and that there. The scriptures say this, the scriptures say that. I know what the scriptures say, but I also know what a personal walk is, and walking with people and hearing from the Creator. You got to put all of that together. And a lot of y'all don't know how to do that. I'm spiritual. So I've learned. And you can even learn from a fool or a drunk. You can learn from anyone, a child, especially my daughter, who every time we tried to go back into America and I wanted to see my children or go back on my journey, my daughter would cry. The Most High would send an airplane would be blown up in her dream, or a bus would blow up in her dream. And I say, heck no, we ain't going backwards, because I don't want to risk losing my life by disobeying the Creator, who kept telling me on my journey, you can't go back now. That's what I kept hearing. I don't know what you heard on your journey, but me, I kept hearing, you can't go back now. You can't go back now. Don't go back now. So we've only been going forward on our journey. We're not interested in the United States of America, but we are interested in obeying the mighty Yah and thanking the mighty Yah for His goodness and His mercy endureth forever. I am so humble and I am so honored. Praise Yah. I am so honored to have been chosen. It's not easy, but it will be done. And the Most High just put a spirit up on me. I just came from the beach to just open this up and to share part of my journey. Please support my books. Please support us. If you can help us with $3, $5, I could use some water. This country is expensive. We're asking the Most High to deliver us from this country. We don't want to be here. And we're going to go where the Most High sends us. So please don't come to me saying, come here, come there. I walk in the spirit with the mighty Yah. Where He leads us, we will follow. Okay? That's all I know is obeying the Most High. And I'm praying for my children. I have 3 adult children and 8 little ones. That I'm praying that the Most High correct through measurement and not through death. That I never get a phone call saying that my children, or one of my children, or any of my grandchildren had died. That's why I have to be obedient to the Most High, because this isn't about me. I'm about to break down in tears right now, but I'm a strong woman. This is not just about me. This is about the future generations. My children and their children and their children's children. I just got through talking to Yahuwah in the sea. This is what this is about, breaking generational curses. You know, who wants their children and grandchildren to be whores, their daughters, you know? Don't talk about Islam, because they ain't walking like that. They don't walk like that. You can't talk about them like that. I've learned from Islam. Even though whatever they're going to go through with the Most High, they will be judged like everyone else, each and every individual. I've lived with the Muslim family. I've lived in their homes, me and my daughter. I have eaten with them. And I have been treated more kinder with them than my own people. I'm going to tell you right now. I have lived with Islam. With Muslims, I have lived in their homes, I have slept in their beds, and I have been respected. I've had some issues, I have, but I am not afraid, because I walk in humility and meek and humbleness and righteousness with the mighty Yahuwah. So, my Muslim family, I love you all. My Hebrew family, I love you all. Even my Christian family, I love you all, and I'm just praying that you all return to the mighty Yah and keep His laws, statutes, and commandments, because only a very small remnant of us will be saved. And I'm staying focused on the Most High. And to people who say that you need a husband, I don't need a husband. Because according to Hosea 4, Hosea 2, the Most High is my husband. He keeps me and this girl right here. That's my husband, is Yahuwah. I'm not interested in sex and having babies, and I could have babies. I didn't tie my tubes, praise Yah. But I'm not interested in none of that. What I'm interested in is the fight. You know, the fight. And the men down in South Sinai, Egypt, they say to me, Leah, what can we do to make you calm? Because I've been going down there doing the work, spreading the message. I'm a messenger. I'm not a preacher. I don't preach. I'm a messenger. And people said to me, the men, Leah, what can we do to make you calm down? And you know what I tell the men? Give me the heads of my enemies, of those who did this evil to my people, and then maybe Leah will calm down. So I give all praises and honor and esteem to the mighty Yah. Yahuwah is righteous, and he will be honored. And that's all I want to do, is dedicate my love and my life to the Most High. I'm not perfect by far. I have issues. I have a 13-year-old that I'm working with, and I'm in my own feelings and my own tears for my family, for my children and their children. I go through a lot in this body and in my mind. I lost my uncle. I'm bereaving. He was gunned down. I mean, like, what kind of world we live in? But Yahuwah said we must keep these laws, statutes, and commandments in order to live, children of Yisrael, if we want to live. Okay? We have to return to righteousness. I love you all. Pray my strength in Yah. Yah is the creator of the heavens, the earth, the seas, and all in them is the mighty Yahuwah created. Praise Yah.